Hey guys, welcome back to my podcast, Spill the Beans. I hope you guys are doing beautiful and amazing, taking care of yourselves. I am currently filming this on the blue moon, right? It's the blue moon in, what month is this? May 31st. And it's in Sagittarius, and there's just so much good energy here, right? It's so much abundance, so much like I can feel the manifestation magic powers floating around, and I love it. So I thought today would be a perfect day to record this. It would have been a better day to post this, but that's not gonna happen. So I will settle for recording, and that is neither here nor there. But today's podcast episode is going to be about the magical properties of bay leaves, right? And the reason why I chose bay leaves for today is because, number one, when you do manifestations, which today is a great day to do manifestations. I know when this comes out, it'll already be too late, but doing manifestations, you can do them at any point in time. So you can still do manifestations if you wanted to, and bay leaves would be the perfect thing to use for those manifestations if you really wanted to. But, right, let's get into it, guys. Welcome back to Spill the Beans podcast. I am so excited to have you here. Let's get into it. So when I start off, I just want to start off with a little bit of folklore, Greek mythology, right? Bayleafs has a good history in Greek mythology because the Greek god Apollo, right? He was smitten in love with the nymph Daphne, right? And so he tried very, very hard to pursue her, but she did not want him. She rejected him. And so to get away from him, she had someone, it was either Mother Nature, Gaia, or I'm not 100% sure, someone else, turn her into the laurel plant, the bay leaf, right? And so Apollo was so heartbroken that he made this a sacred plant. He dedicated this plant, and he used this plant to reward any of his tributes as a symbol for poets. So that's its history in Greek mythology. Bayleaf's Latin name is Laurus nimbus, and some of its folk names is laurel, sweet bay, and daphne. And I'm sure the laurel and daphne make sense when you think about the Greek mythology of it all. But the reason why I tell you this is, number one, I give you folk names in case you have a grimoire or you want to talk about this in public, but you don't want people to know you're doing witchy magical things, and so you want to keep it low key. You can use other names, right, and still refer to the same plant. Or better yet, if you're buying things shopping on the interwebs and someone puts this as something else, right, and then they mark it up as this astronomical price, you can be like, I know what this is. This costs like $1 at the grocery store, right? I can get the same thing, good quality, much cheaper, and you don't get one pulled over on you, right? So it's for those reasons. I also encourage knowing the Latin name just in case, and the family name, because sometimes when you know the family name, if you're looking for an herb that does a specific thing, you can usually find more than one of those herbs if they come into the same family, right? A lot of herbs that are in the same family do a lot of the same stuff. So that is why I think that is important. It is also associated with the sun and the fire element, right? Which gives it a lot of fiery, intense, fast energy, which makes it so good for manifestation, which is why you see people use it so much in that, and for money. So that is just a little bit of the history on that, and then I'm going to start talking about the magical metaphysical properties. But before I start talking about the magical metaphysical properties, one more thing I want to add is bay leaves were often used in the crowns that you see victors wear, right? You can see these crowns are usually like, they're not like flower crowns anymore. A lot of times they're gold, but they're in the shape of bay leaves. Those were the flower crowns that they used to wear for victors, to show that you've won, to show your success. And so when you'll hear me say this, Bayleafs is associated with success and victory for that reason, you know, because people started using it as a crown to show their victories, to show their success, to show that they were triumphant. So for its metaphysical uses, it's great to be used and divination, right? And one of the ways that you can use it in divination is trying to read some of the smoke, right? When you burn bay leaves, you can try and read the smoke. You can try and read the way it burns if you wanted to, or you can inhale the smoke and then meditate and try and divine that way, which also makes it great for meditations, right? Eating it, burning it while you're trying to meditate can really enhance those meditations, connecting with the divines, getting prophecies. It's great in that way. Astral projection, if you're trying to do any type of dream work, it is great for that as well. And it's the same way where you burn it right before you go to sleep, you put it in the food, eat it, to get those properties. It can also heighten your intuition. So if you're like, okay, I want to better my intuition, I want to better my psychic abilities, what is an herb that I can use to help with that? Bay leaf. It can also be used in protection and warding because of its associated with victories. That's not one of the uses that I would use it for. I mean, technically, yes, you can, but I think it's a specific type of protection, and it's not like my go-to for protection, genuinely. But that is one of its properties. And then obviously we have the success, prosperity, abundance type vibes that most people use it for. It can also be used to bring in creativity. So if you're in sort of this creative rut where you're like, I have no ideas, I don't know how to get the juices flowing, bay leaves can help immensely with that, So things to think about. It can be used in healing, cleansing, to remove any kind of blockages or obstacles. And I think it's great to be used for those things just because bay leaves has such fiery, intense energy. It'll definitely help remove some of those blockages for sure. And then just to touch momentarily on its medical uses, bay leaves can be used to repel insects, mosquitoes, bugs. Its smoke repels most of them, and I love that. So you can use it for that. It can also be used to help against bites, bug bites, insect bites, those types of things. It helps numb the swelling and helps with the inflammation. It can also improve your immune system, improve your heart health, your kidney health, and help with digestion. And that's just a little bit of the medical properties there. Definitely, if you're interested more in the medical side, do more research on that, because I just very vaguely touched on that topic. I didn't go into a full in-depth analysis on it. And this is just a very short overview of bay leaves and its medical properties. And all of those good things. And one of the best things that you can do with bay leaves, that many people do with bay leaves, is for manifestations. I feel like that is what it's known for. But if you're like, what else can bay leaf do? That can't be its only property. That is true. And here is me giving you more properties. So I hope this helps you. I hope this gives you some insight and some clarity. And if you want to know how to manifest with bay leaves, it's very, very simple. All you got to do is get a bay leaf, get something to write with, and write on the bay leaf what you want to manifest, and then burn it, right? Super simple, super easy. And I enjoy doing bay leaf manifestations. I'm actually doing some tonight. So I will let you guys know how that goes. But I will see you guys when I see you guys.